Chazz, thanks for joining us. If you guys have a question for Chazz, please use the raise hand function. All right, first question comes from CL Brown. CL, go ahead.
Hey, Chazz, I just want to get the feel for the defense in the second half. What do you feel like changed for you guys in terms of confidence, given how the first half went and the points that you guys allowed?
I just think we made adjustments at halftime with some stuff that they did was problematic against our scheme. So we kind of switched up the fronts a little bit and, was able to make some plays.
And looking at the big picture of the season, obviously this doesn't eliminate you guys from anything, but what do you think just in terms of it making the margin of error that much thinner if you guys want to get to an ACC championship game?
The goal is, win every game. We didn't do that today. So, we're just going to have to go back and, work harder, get better, and come out next week and perform. That's about all we can do.
All right. Thanks, man.
All right. Gregory Hall, go ahead.
Chazz, what was Florida State doing in the first half that caught you guys off guard?
Nothing really caught us off guard. It just, we knew they would, run the quarterback. We knew, they'd take their shots, and they were just able to hit, on some of those shots, made some plays. So we just got to, go back to the drawing board and try to clean it up for next week.
What was the message either from Mac or Jay Bateman at halftime for y'all?
We were really talking about a comeback. It started with the first drive in the third quarter. Just trying to come out and play hard in the third quarter, make a statement that we're not going away. I think we played well at times in the second half. I don't think they scored in the second half. No, I don't think so. So, I think we came together on defense. It just was a little too late. Next time you just got to come out in the first half and play a little better.
Thanks, Chazz.
All right, last one for Chazz. PJ Morrales, go ahead, PJ.
Hey, Chazz. I just wanted to know, where do y'all, when you're down, by that much of a deficit at the half, where do y'all find kind of the confidence and the inspiration to come back from a deficit like that and, not only, hold FSU's offense to no points, but as well, with the rest of the guys, getting the offense motivated, getting the defense motivated to make stops. Where do you guys get that confidence from?
I just think the faith we have and the players we have on the team and the coaches, and then along with the offense, we knew the offense was going to get rolling at some point. We're just waiting on them to click. I think just the people we have in our building is where we get the confidence from.
And then just kind of going forward, how do you take this energy and then take it to next week?
I think we just got to get better from this film, and then go out there and practice hard. Put ourselves in better situations to win the game, and that's about all we can do, really.
All right, thanks, man.
All right, Beau, thanks for joining us.
Absolutely.
All right, first question, Andrew Jones, please go ahead.
Hey, Beau, with the way the first half went, with the block punt, and they had a pick six, and you guys were 3 and out, punting a lot, did you sense that maybe you guys were a little bit shell-shocked during the stretch? And if not, what was the demeanor among the team?
I wouldn't say shell-shocked. And, in the first half, I put a lot of that on myself just because I feel like I shook up the feeling of the game and the ball that we had rolling at the very beginning of the first game. We came out first drive, and I had a easy first down pickup, and I ended up dropping the ball. And I felt like the vibe was just off after that. So I placed a lot of that on myself. I felt like I didn't do a good enough job in the very beginning of the game, but I wouldn't say that we were shell-shocked. We knew that this was going to be the first time playing with a lot of fans. We knew that they were going to have a big surge of energy, and we just knew that we had to weather the storm. But like I said, I put a lot of that on myself.
What do you take from this game, the way it played out, and the fact that you guys did lose and have to regroup now?
As much as it hurts, I feel like, we prove day in and day out, that we can pull ourselves out of situations. It's just a matter of we can't keep putting ourselves in those situations. We can't keep doing the stuff that we were doing last year. Like this is stuff we got to learn from. And I mean, these are all situations that we've been in. So we just got to keep learning from it, practice harder. And then, like I said, just learn from it.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
Well,
All right, Greg Barnes, go ahead, Greg.
Hey, Beau, they seem to kind of take away the passing game down the field, especially in the first half. What were they doing so effectively?
I mean, they came out into 2-man, which I mean, we were ready for whatever they're going to throw at us, but obviously it took us a little bit longer to get rolling than we would have liked. And like I said, there was several situations that we didn't capitalize on. Not even in the first half, but defense gets a big turnover right there in good field position. Like we got to put points on the board right after that. So I would just say, I mean, there wasn't anything that shocked us, but like I said, I mean, it took us too long to get the ball rolling.
And you mentioned some of the similarities to last year. This game played out very similarly to the Wake Forest game. Was there any sense that the guys maybe weren't as alert, if you will, to start the game, or is that just something that kind of snowballed on you?
I don't know, because I mean, like I know personally, mentally, I felt like I was locked in. I know some like guys around me were locked in. So I mean, it's hard to say, but like you said, I'm referring it to Wake Forest. I'm like being through situations like this. I mean, like there wasn't a second in the game that I ever thought that we were gonna lose. So I mean, all the preparation that you put into it, all the practice that you put into it. I mean, like these are games that we expect to win no matter what the situation is. So I mean, like going back to what I said earlier, I mean, all you can do is learn from this one and practice harder.
All right. Thanks, Beau.
Yep.
Isaac Shade, go ahead, Isaac.
Hey, Beau, thanks for your time. I was wondering on that last incomplete pass down the sideline, if you felt like, I know the D-back had a hold of your undershirt there. I was wondering how much that affected you.
I mean, it affected me a little bit just because he slowed me down by pulling my shirt. But, I mean, at the end of the day, the ball hit my hands. I got to make that play. So, like I said, I mean, there's several plays throughout the game that I need to learn from and improve on. But, I mean, I wouldn't use that as an excuse. I mean, personally, I definitely thought that I might have got a PI from it because I felt it in the middle of the play. But, I mean, you can't make a ref call anything. So, like I said, the ball hit my hands. I should have made the play.
Good deal. Thank you.
All right, last one for Beau. CL Brown, go ahead, CL.
Hi, Beau. I was curious if what is it going to take to kind of get that second half team that you guys showed to be the 4-quarter team that we'll see moving forward?
Well, that's what we got to do Sunday. Tomorrow we got to digest the film, figure out what the heck it was that we were doing in the first half that wasn't working, and we got to make the right adjustments and make sure that we don't come out flat like that again.
And obviously it's a loss, but how much confidence do you guys take out of the way you played in the second half, or is it overshadowed by the first half?
I mean, a loss is a loss, so it's hard. I mean, we'll pull the good things that we did good, but I mean, we got to learn from the things that we did bad because ultimately, like that's what got us beat. So, I mean, as good as we did play in the second half, like I said, we'll acknowledge it, but I mean, we got to learn from our mistakes.
Thanks, Beau.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Beau, for joining us tonight. Appreciate it.
No problem.
Trey, thanks for joining us. If you have a question for Trey, please use the raise hand function and we will get over to you. First up is Greg Barnes. Greg, go ahead.
Trey, what was the difference in the first half and the second half for you guys?
I feel like we just had some miscommunications and just losing our eyes sometimes, quarterback scramble and some things like that. I mean, I feel like we cleaned it up really well in the second half, which led us the comeback in the end.
What's the takeaway from this game? Obviously, you didn't start the way you wanted to, but that was kind of a furious finish, and you gave yourselves a chance to win.
Mm-hmm. I feel like we need to come out stronger. I think we just need to do the little things, like just when the quarterback scrambles, keep eyes on them, just make the routine tackles and the routine plays, and I think that's what's going to set us apart.
Thanks, Trey.
All right, back over to CL Brown.
Trey, in the big picture of the season as a whole, what do you think in terms of this maybe making the margin of error a lot thinner moving forward in terms of you guys trying to get to the ACC championship game?
I feel like we just need to focus on the next week and every week upon that.
All right, thanks, man.
All right, back over to Isaac. Isaac Shade, go ahead.
Thank you. Thanks, Trey. Hey, will you take us through your interception? What did you see? And how did you get that arm up there, man?
I was playing a little zone, seeing a quarterback roll out, just backpedaling, trying to get some depth to show presence to the route behind me. And I just jumped up and got the ball when I seen it in the air.
Right on. Thank you.
All right, Trey, that's all we got for you. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much.
Guys, if you have a question for Sam, please use the raise hand function. And our first question for Sam will come from Andrew Jones. So Andrew, go ahead.
Hey, Sam, what is your takeaway from this game? What you guys did in the second half to put yourself in position to maybe win the game with another player or two, or the hole that you dug in the first half that made it too much to overcome?
Yeah, I mean, we obviously had a slow start. A lot of that was on me in the first half. I made some poor decisions in the first half. I mean, we didn't expect what we saw from the defense side of the ball, but that's still not an excuse. We still should have been able to put points on the board in the first half. And I'm proud of the way we fought in the second half. We made a lot of plays in the second half, and we had a chance to win at the end. We just didn't pull it out.
Thanks, appreciate it.
All right, Greg Barnes, go ahead, Greg.
Sam, the offense was 2 of 11 on third down. What were they doing that were giving you fits on third down?
Yeah, I mean, I have to go back and look at all of them, but yeah, I mean, just we didn't have great success overall on third down. A lot of that was on me. So let's go back and reevaluate the film and just learn from it and get better.
And what was the key there in the third quarter for the offense to kind of get settled down even after the kind of the failure on that first possession, to get settled down and get back in the game? Was there any concern whatsoever, and kind of what was the game plan?
Ask your question again. I'm sorry.
What was the key for the offense getting this rhythm in the second half?
Yeah, I mean, I think we just had to settle down and just take what they were giving us. We're starting to run the ball pretty well, and we ended up getting some one-on-one matchups that they weren't giving us in the first half. And once they were doing that, we took advantage of them. Really, that was really the difference. In the second half, we got a lot more one-on-one matchups. In the first half, we didn't get any. They were sitting in cover 2 man, playing man underneath with 2 safeties deep, trying to take the deep ball away. So, yeah, I mean, we just got some more one-on-one opportunities in the second half.
Thanks, Sam.
All right, back to CL Brown.
Sam, how do you think this loss, what do you think this loss will mean in terms of the margin of error you guys have moving forward, with an eye on trying to get to that ACC championship game?
Yeah, I mean, we're not worried about that right now. We're just worried about getting back and just evaluating this film and getting better, and try to be a good NC State team next week. So we're just taking it 1 week at a time. I think we know if we take care of our business, then we'll be where we want to be.
And was there a point in the second half where you knew you guys were going to win, where you felt like you were positioned, to take this game?
Yeah, I mean, I felt like that in the locker room at halftime, to be honest with you. I know the type of guys we have, and I knew this team was going to fight till the end. I really thought we were going to pull it out at the end, but, we didn't. So we just got to go back and learn from the film and get better.
Thanks.
Okay, over to Isaac Shade.
Sam, I was just wondering, what do you do to pick your receivers up, Beau and Daz and Javante, after those drops on the last series there?
Yeah, I mean, they're fine. I mean, all 3 of those guys made some really good plays, and really all 3 of those guys were the reason we had a chance to even win at the end. So, we just got to move on to the next game and don't let this game affect us. Move on to next week, and those guys are fine. I mean, they know. I mean, obviously, it's just. We'll just move on and get ready for next week.
Good, thank you.
All right, last one for Sam comes from Gregory Hall. Gregory, go ahead.
Sam, what was your message to your guys at halftime and as you took the field in that third quarter?
Yeah, I mean, I just told them to fight. Don't look at the scoreboard. Just keep fighting and taking it one play at a time, and just keep fighting. If we kept putting points up on the board, then we'd have a chance at the end, and we had the chance, and we just didn't pull it out.
In a game where Florida State dominates you in the first half, is there a feeling that you have to be kind of perfect or almost flawless in the second half?
Yeah, I mean, I think the main thing for us is when you dig a hole like that for yourself, the worst thing you can do is press and try to put more pressure on yourself. You just need to go out there and play it loose and just try to have some energy and try to have fun with it. That's what we tried to do in the second half, and we fought to the end, and we just came up short.
And then how do you move on from missed opportunities when you know a game that you have to come back from such a large deficit? How do you move on from those missed opportunities?
Yeah, I mean, we just gotta keep our head up and get our eyes on the next one. Whether it's the next play, next game, that's just the mentality of this team. We have some really good players on this team, and I think we're still going to be successful this year. So we just got to get our head ready for the next game.
Thanks, Sam.
Yep.
All right, Sam. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yep.